So bland,
Yeah.
so bland,
Yeah.
that it needed some spicing up. Does this guy ever taste his food before it comes out?
Of course he does. Really, listen, by the way,
Christ.
there shouldn't be salt and pepper.
There shouldn't.
Someone take this, please. This shouldn't be on the table. No, it should not, because you're having dinner at a restaurant with one of the best chefs in the world.
Then you better taste his stuff.
Yeah, but I believe he does taste his stuff. And
I doubt
not
it.
on this occasion, but I've had the asparagus soup before, and I thought it was divine. I didn't have it this time because it was so good before. I thought, let me try some. I've never, ever had anything in that restaurant that's bland.
It's
rich
one
food.
of the most highly regarded restaurants in San Francisco.
Absolutely.
If you felt like it was bland, I want to hear some more about what else you had.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
or what else you.
We know, for me,
It was your restaurant, I'm sorry.
Well, no, do not
I don't want
apologize.
to stomp on your parade.
No, absolutely. I won't call you a parasite. Listen, here's the deal. For me, going to La Folie and choosing things off the menu, it's a voyage of discovery every time I go there.
Okay.
I always choose things that I haven't had before. The food is so rich, you don't want to have stuff that's too overwhelming.
Right.
So you have to
and you've
pace
started
yourself.
with frog's legs, you can have quail.
Absolutely, you begin mild. Like I had the quail wrapped in little potato strings in a salmon terrine. I mean, it was a party on my palate. Every single thing that I tasted was hitting parts of my palate. I didn't even know there was life. I don't disagree with the fact that you could say it was a
I'm sorry, you had the 5-course prefix?
No, we had the 4-course prefix. So
what about the other 3?
We made sure that my wife and I both ordered different things because you want to enjoy and appreciate everything that they have to bring.
So what else did you get?
Well, so I had a dayboat scallop as an appetizer or a starter.
Right.
It's about this big. One tiny little day. Hold on, let me finish. Okay.
When you got 4 or 5 courses, you're going to pay for yourself.
It's only okay. So he brings this dayboat scallop that had this little crostini of Parmesan cheese on the top of it that you had to remove to eat the scallop because you couldn't cut through the Parmesan without the whole thing exploding.
Right.
It was
That's part of the adventure.
It was
an explosion on your plate.
It was boring as well.
Oh,
it was boring. I must have eaten 50 dayboat scallops at 20 different restaurants. It was boring.
So,
Okay,
I
want to get to Corey because we got to shut these gentlemen up. That's right from this beauty. Now, tell us some more about your vegetarian meal.
The presentation I thought was brilliant. I thought that,
it always is brilliant.
And even in terms of how it was served, I thought was artistry and was creative and novel. And I looked around at everyone else's plates that were not eating the vegetarian meals, and I saw these things I had never seen before in these crazy, tiny little presentations. And I think
they were lovely.
For an amuse-bouche, it should be a small portion of something, and I would imagine that bland, I can't say for yours, but mine definitely was not. None of my meal was.
Tell me about your entree, though, because...
the entree was wonderful. It was a veal loin with mushrooms, just cooked to perfection.
Right.
My wife had a salmon dish that was just incredibly moist and flavorful, juicy, wonderful presentation.
The Edam souffle.
I have to admit, the Edam souffle. Now, who's ever heard of a restaurant that serves a dessert with little bacon bits on top? And when I saw that in the menu, I thought, are you kidding me? But I tasted it, and it was just spectacular, perfectly complimented. The bacon didn't overwhelm me on souffle, and it was rich, it was cheesy, it was naughty, and it was lovely. And it was just perfect. I did. I loved it.
I loved our entrees. Our entrees were awesome.
Yeah.
And my dessert, which is the chocolate mousse, was awesome.
Was awesome.
Right.
Okay.
But the 2 pre-courses that we had were just bland.
See, I've never ever heard the word bland used in the same sentence as Roland Perceau. I have to disagree with you because this food is rich, it's flavorful, it's got a lot going on. Bland.
And tell people if they do want to go and spend money for a special occasion, why La Folie is so special.
You know, for an intimate meal out for 2, you and your loved one, it's just the perfect setting. You do feel like a rock star when you go there. You're up for a culinary adventure unlike any other. You'll experience new things you haven't tasted before, and you know that the master behind it all, Chef Roland Perceau, is back there, and he puts us all into every single dish, and you will have a night that you will not forget for some time. And,
now, Corey?
I would say it's pure decadence. I would definitely think that an evening there, even if you were just treating yourself, literally, it is such a lovely treat. I absolutely enjoyed every aspect of it, and I thought it was near perfection.
Oh, okay, Mark.
Out of all the wonderful restaurants we have to choose from in San Francisco, and we're talking wonderful here, this is the mecca of restaurants. I was really disappointed.
Well, if you would like to visit La Folie, it's on Polk at Green in San Francisco. The telephone number is 415-776-5577. It's open for dinner Monday through Saturday. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $75. Mark's a regular at his pick in Los Gatos. He goes for the authentic flavors delivered by the affable, caring, Sorrento-born chef. It's a sociable, family-friendly place. It's on Winchester Boulevard, and it's called Aldo's Ristorante and Bar.
Dine in Aldo's, it's like it's just go back in the Italian culture, have fun, come in, have a nice meal, nice Italian food.